Left mouse button. Okay. That's it. Okay. Boom. Oh, Betsy's rolling.
Of course she would be. Then again, I just need to hop in to the little server. Hopefully I can find you.
Should be able to. If not, I will, like, worst case scenario, we can hop around the Steam downloads, whatever, so that way we're the right people. I know that was an issue when I played with my friend from Pennsylvania a while ago. Actually, my worst case scenario, I can steal some one tender, put in the other probably.
Okay, I couldn't find coal. All I found was cow.
Okay, that is not me.
The one thing I would try. Let's see. Join game.
Oh, I just realized I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
you know what I almost did? I went to like throw Betsy in a direction, and then I realized, oh hey, the fire hasn't been going for long enough. There is no steam in the boiler, so there's no boiler pressure. So I jumped out of the cab and I went to go re-rail the rest of the cars. And then it dawned on me, wait a minute, I just left Betsy with the throttle wide open. Oh no! What's your Steam download region?
Let me check. It's probably on the central. Oh, I'll go and see. If I have to swap it, I will.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, and how would I find that download region? In settings?
Okay. If you go to first of all, let me just save real quick.
Because family in game.
Game.
Oh, I'm in Dallas. Where do you go from?
I think I'm from Boston, I want to say.
Okay. Let's see if that works. I just swapped over to Boston. Nope, didn't. Oh, right, I didn't hit OK. So I have to redo Steam. And this is why I plan ahead if I do gaming stuff. Simply because I have pre-game, which has a background for everything else.
That's good.
As I have a VR avatar doing hand motions.
That's right.
By the way, I did convert this into into VR chat. Not as difficult if you have a preset thing, but damn the rigging. The rigging.
I can imagine. Oh, I tried canned bread today. Ooh. Also, something really weird happened.
Aside from the canned bread.
Yes, I was interviewed by Russian Pony Radio.
What about?
So that's a thing.
Aside from your trains.
I mean, I did talk about trains. This is inevitable.
Cole, this is you.
Exactly. I am trains.
You are the train man. If I could describe you, you would be the trainiest train man. Okay, let's see if I can find you after changing this. Yeah, I found you.
Hey, hey!
Okay.
I could probably take that mogul and just haul everything north. But I won't. Actually, I could take that mogul and just haul up to the lumber mill, get a load of logs, and then come back.
Okay, it's been a hot minute. How do I do all this stuff?
So,
Yo, I hit tab. I don't think I
I'm
should.
over here.
I see.
Hello.
I join your company.
Welcome. There is a train over there. Actually, a couple, and a bunch of freight cars that are off the line. Don't worry about those. Those are fine.
Okay, V is that. B N. Forgot M was the map. Was to check
Wait.
that.
There's a map tool? Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. Yes, that's right. Yes. For a second, I thought one that, like, actually showed the railway. My railway is not very extensive right now, but, we've got a mogul now. We've got another engine. Hey, hey.
Oh, with two people.
Indeed. Would you like to hop on the mogul, and I'll show you the line?
Sure. I got
It's-
23 on ping, so not too bad, all things considered.
That's good.
Ooh, that looks nice.
Yes.
Okay, now how do I...
Alright. I need to open this door. Eh. Oh, also I need to load up the fire. Eh. Come on. There we go. Oh.
I think it's gonna be safe if I shut this door.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, let me pick this up. Let me pick this up. Pick up this wood. I think I've got wood. I do. I got wood. Okay. There we go. Got a nice, good fire going.
It's so hard to try and shut this door from the inside.
Hey, you can just leave it open. It'll be fine.
Oh,
Alright,
by the
let me
way,
see if I
this is
remember how
the
these
same type of train that I showed you on Justin Scar's thing for Knott's Bay Farm.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That makes sense, actually.
and I think it was an actual train that used to run, but you know, is
Oh,
now
yeah,
more
yeah.
amusement than anything.
That's the reverser, okay. I think this is the brake. Let's turn that off. Yep, brake is off. Oh, I need to undo the brake at the tender. Because we have a tender brake on this engine. And I think, with that, we should be all set to go. And...
Oh, I accidentally grabbed wood.
You're good. I really hope that switch is not against us. It is against us. Oh no.
We're about to crash!
Heck.
Oh!
Whoops. The funny thing is, that's exactly what happened the last time. Oh my gosh. Alright, let me get the switch this time, and let me re-rail. Oh boy. Alright.
Alright, also, how do I get rid of this piece of floating wood?
You can basically just dump it in the firebox, actually.
Well, I was trying for that, but, you know.
Oh yeah. So you basically have to, right-click on the tender box, or on... not the tender.
Cole, it's going
Actually-
in reverse.
Oh, yeah, it's because there are no brakes on it. Damn it. It's okay. It's okay. It's going downhill. I can just pop the tender on down
Right
here.
there, go. Plop it.
There we go. And look, it's even facing the right way. Now... Alright. Where is... brake?
Oh,
There
right,
we go.
that's the water.
And this one's got a tender brake on it, so let me grab that. There we go. Okay, now all we need to do is put a link. Let's see here. Okay. I'll just reverse the engine. Get into
By the
cab.
way, I joined your company. You are now my employer.
Cool. You
No.
get no, you receive no benefits.
Dude, it took me till now to get insurance from my work.
Oh really? Shit.
It was 3.5 years. Not bad.
Still, that's a long time.
Yeah, it's not like I deal with stuff that could have made me cripple.
I ain't fair, but still.
I was half joking. I mess with vats of oil.
Oh right, never mind. Meh. There we go. A little bit of with the reverse on, give it a little bit of throttle. Don't want to go too far. Okay, and plonk. Let's see if we can get that hitched. Stop. There we go. Now I just need to... There we go. I think we're all set. Now just to double check and make sure.
Okay, what's the crouch button again? I always forget it.
Crouch is control.
Ah.
Oh,
Cole,
shit. That didn't work.
back it up, back it up.
It's a new engine. Okay, so let me see here. Let me. Okay, I'll put the link in here. Put this down. Make sure there's no.
Okay, I have the
in this
tie
one.
thing. Is that how this is supposed to go?
I don't know. Okay, we'll leave it empty. If we leave it empty, we should be able to just reverse with the loop into it. So yeah, it's got the loop. And then...
No, it's still in preview doing all that. So some of it got missed, but most of it got caught on stream. So now you can go, hey, this is what my friend did. This is
It's
why
okay.
Yeah.
Derailments are very common. Oh, by the way, this is named the J. Gardner after John Gardner. He was a guy who did a lot of photography of the Rutland Railroad.
I had a feeling you would have a lot of Rutland.
Exactly.
Cole, we've been friends for how many years now?
Gosh, how long has it been?
At least since 2013.
Oh, heck. Eh,
It bounced
don't roll
off.
forward. Huh? There we go. Alright, reverser in the right direction. Let's go.
Okay,
Just there.
looking at here, to couple cars or locomotives, first insert a link into the coupler while two pieces of the rolling stock are separated.
Yep.
Left click and drag up. Okay. Then whenever they touch, right click and drag down into each coupler to insert pins.
Alright, now I just need to highlight this housing. Which is not letting me do. Eh,
We're gonna have to crouch down here.
I'm working on it.
I think that might be a little too close.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you put the tongue back into this one?
Might have.
Oh, no. Okay. I gotta go forward again. Actually, wait a minute. How about I just go to a previous save?
Probably a good idea.
Alright. I'll leave session. And then... And then everything will be fine.
Okay, just remember, before we start again, switch that head switch.
Yes. Yes. I will make sure to.
Same info.
Oh shoot, I didn't want to hit find server. Host server. Call. Yes. Start server. This will be a
Join
moment.
server.
I'm loading.
You're not alone for too much longer. For you are the roundabout. Ding, 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 ding.
Ha.
No, it didn't join. Weird.
There we go. Hey, hey! There we go, there's the mogul. And now I'm going to run over and get that switch.
Now you have to wonder, there are more switches like that.
There shouldn't be. Because of there's only one other engine on here, and that's Betsy, and we know where Betsy is, and everything was lined for Betsy. There we go.
Yep, and you are back to being my employer for this silliness.
Alright. I'm gonna grab some wood. Gonna put it in the firebox.
I'm a running to you.
I'll come running to ya.
This
There we
world
go.
keeps going faster into a new disaster, so I'll run to you. Okay, I'm in the train.
Oh yeah, I should turn off this brake. There we go.
Onwards, my fearless commander.
And away we go.
You know, on one hand, I would be like, hey, it would be cool to have customized characters, but then I go, this is still beta.
Yeah, this is like early access. I actually don't know if this engine is going to make it all the way to the end of the line. I've never ridden all the way. Me and Feather got the engine, and then we crashed on that switch, and that's just kind of where things lay.
I love that you and your them friend have fun like this.
Yes. Their railway is so much more advanced than mine. Like, they've actually gotten somewhere with it.
But how long do they spend in here?
They spent longer than I have.
So, by definition of experience and knowing how it works, would
Well,
it not?
there's that. Also, they, like, had more focus on building rail lines, whereas I basically just made the connection to the lumberyard. I was like, all right, let's start, like, working these connections we have until we can get a mogul. And now we've got a mogul.
Alright, and for some reason I can't hear any of the noises in game.
Oh, that's weird. Do you have the setting turned down, or? It also might be a glitch with the game too, because this game is very glitchy.
There it is. I had to go into settings.
There you go. I don't have any of the music turned on. Mostly for like streaming purposes, but also because I like to listen to Spotify.
Yeah, I hear that.
There we go.
Which, kind of sad because they have some good banjo music in here.
Oh, they do. Believe me, I listen to it at least some way. It is good.
It is very nice.
Oh, I don't know if we'll make it around Dead Man's Kink.
I have to go, why did you name it Dead Man's Kink? Then I remember, oh right, you crash.
Oh, I actually have never crashed on Dead Man's Kink. You see, it's called Dead Man's Kink because it's a kink that is so bad I expected there to be derailments here. This was where I was first learning to, like, how to lay track.
And
so there's
grading
just
and whatnot.
awful kink here.
Well,
It's like...
in fairness, I think they should have a better layout on the the, you know, build menu. Instead of being like, oh, here are the controls to go, oh, for the grading, make it higher, lower, to rotate the rails.
Yep. I agree.
I just think that would be a better thing to have as an all-in-one menu instead of having to look at the frickin' keybinds.
Yeah. There we go. Load up this fire. It's so weird to me that like the actual firebox is like where it is. Like the door is on the outside. But then again, it's not necessarily unheard of because like in Hell on like a lot of the anthracite roads they had basically these center cab steam engines where they call them camelbacks. Where the cab was actually in the middle of the boiler. It was built around the boiler. And the fireman just had his own little area in the back. It was not particularly popular with crews, though. Oh, hey, this might help. I got the reverser all the way forwards. There we go. Hey, now we're getting somewhere. Maybe a little too somewhere. Yep, just a little bit.
I know.
I wonder why we didn't have any beans. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh man.
By the way, I'm not trying to make a dubstep song here. That's how glitchy I'd be.
You're fine. Alright, I will bring the reverser back a little bit. The reverser, by the way, it's known as the Johnson bar. So it's got all these notches on it, and the reason is, the reverser, along with changing direction of the engine, you can make the engine run more efficiently, use less steam, by having it a little bit further back. So the closer to center you are, the less steam is going into your cylinders, and therefore the less boiler pressure you're using up.
By the way, the string over here is going crazy.
I can imagine. Well, actually, oh yeah, oh shit, I didn't click on it. Let me do that real quick.
We're coming up at a switch.
Yep, we're fine.
For
We're on
now.
the main. We are getting to about the point where we probably want to be to hitch onto some of these log cars and haul them up.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Also, why did you put a refueling station?
oh, I didn't put a fueling station here because
No.
I had one at the logging camp up above.
Well, I meant more for the water.
Oh, you mean a water tower? Also, I fell off the engine.
Hold on, let me get in.
No, I got it.
Alright.
I'm back on. Alright, let me just, put on this brake here. Where is it? There it is. Whew, good brakes. Alright. Hop to the ground. Throw the switch.
Alright,
Now-
I'll hop on the train and you can reverse it.
Okay. The brake wheels should be on, which is good. Because we want those on, so that way the cars don't roll away immediately as we run into them.
Remember, before you start, get the hitch thing.
Yep, I'm gonna put the link in the coupler right now. Let's see here. Where? There we go. Link is in. And, there is no link in that car down there, yeah?
I just put the one to extend it. I can take it out.
Oh, yeah, take it out. Because, if there are two links in, it won't couple.
Okay,
It only has room for one in the slot.
okay.
Alright.
Hey, I'll add the pin then.
Oh, don't add the pin.
No, I mean after you hook.
Okay. Good. Perfect. All right.
I may not be a train expert, but I know how this stuff goes.
You're good. There we go.
You were talking to someone who used to watch freight trains from their grandmother's front yard.
This is true. That said, trains these days don't have the
I know the coupling system.
Oh, that's weird. Eh.
I also see your rail crimes between the switch here.
Oh yeah.
I don't think
Weird.
tippers are supposed to look like that.
It's fine.
Are you going the long way around?
I don't know what's going on right now. It's for some reason just not moving.
Is your brake
I'm trying to
still
figure
on?
it- Nope, brakes are off.
Is your reversal in the wrong direction?
Nope, reverser is it's pointing reverse. Got pressure in the boiler. Oh, okay, man, I just didn't give it enough oomph. There we go. We're rolling.
I was about to
Little bit.
say. You know it's not going to be fun come the next update where you gotta go along your path and cut down all the trees again.
Oh gosh, I hope that's not the case next update.
No, that's what it said. If you look at the Discord, the latest thing for the update,
Going to have to recut down trees? Okay. That's
Eh.
fine, I can do that.
alright, let me just do a quick thing. Update today, 4 a.m. my time, so 5 a.m. your time. Important information, the coming update will change the way trees are spawned on the map in order to fix the tree bug. After updating, there might be some new trees on your tracks or in areas you have cleared of trees. The update will be released this weekend. Okay, slow down. You need a little more in the reverse.
Working on it.
Alright.
I think we're on a grade.
A little bit. We do have some floating tracks here. Okay, you good? You good? Keep on. Keep on. Okay, stop. And you just pushed everything.
Oh, I guess I didn't have enough brakes on.
You need to come back a little bit more.
Oh, I know, I just need to get back in the engine.
Alright.
Alright, okay.
Tiniest of the reverse.
Just gonna wheeler.
And stop.
There we go. Yeah. It's like... The controls are not as touchy as I'd like. There we go.
Okay, I put a
And that looks
pin.
good.
Alright.
Alright, let's undo the brakes. Let's see here.
On
This
each one.
here. Not on each one. I think it's just like the two ends. So there's probably a brake on the tail.
Makes sense. I have to say though, jump animations in this very fun to watch.
Yes. Okay, there we go. We didn't unload all the logs the last time because, as far as it goes, I think that this thing was already at capacity, and it actually can take on some more logs. We can actually advance forward and then
Okay.
unload those logs and then head on up to the logging camp.
I'll tell you when you hit at least one cart before the logs.
Alright.
Oh, the fun of having
it.
it. Yeah, the fun of having more people.
It's true, you can run as a crew.
Oh, you're the boss, man. I'm just the person helping you. Okay, you got 3 logs. I'm watching number 13 pass here before I tell you.
Side note, yeah, we are totally on a grade right now because, yeah, I didn't even have to throttle. We just started rolling.
Okay, go forward. 13's on the thing, and 13 is empty.
How many cars forward do we need to go?
Just like one, at least one length to start unloading.
Alright, cool.
And then there's 2 behind that one. Alright, and stop.
There we go.
Probably got at least 2, if not...
2 cars?
Yep. If not all 3.
Alright. Oh. No. Wrong way, wrong way.
And we're going... If you stop right now, it should be good.
One sec. There we go.
Alright. You good? Just stop. I haven't unloaded anything.
Oh, one sec. There we go. Thankfully, the Mogul's got good brakes. There we go.
We're a little bit over on one of them, if that counts for anything.
I think that should be fine. Looks like the train just stretched itself, so.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, now how do I unload this sucker?
You basically, whoop, as the logs run into me. So you look at the car from this side, the side that you're going to be loading towards, and then you left click and drag up and down. Yep. Blah. Whoops! I accidentally stopped it midway through because I did the same motion.
Okay, so here,
There.
up.
I'll get this one. There we go.
Yeah, I am not a pro at this like you.
I'm not a pro by any means. I'm just, I've been doing it for a little while, though. Also, since I'm hosting the server, I probably have a mildly better connection.
Yep. Okay, that's everything.
Alrighty, I'll let you guard the tail, and we'll head on up
Alright,
to the logging camp.
away!
I'll just, like, toss a couple more sticks of lumber in. I love the amount of wood this thing holds compared to Betsy.
Oh, I can imagine. Simply the fact that you don't gotta worry about running out of fuel.
Yes, I will probably run out eventually, but, like, and it's going to be a royal pain in the butt to reload it all, but that said,
You should have an excess supply of it.
yes.
You know, I could totally see some people doing a Let's Play series of this as a you know, similar to how Minecraft roleplay, but doing the logging company and whatnot for trains.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. And I know that we're on a grade now. It's a 1% grade all the way to the logging camp, which is actually really, really good for this game, because usually people go to like 3 to 5% grades. I kept it at 1% for not really any particular reason, just kind of because I He just kind of,
Because you could.
yeah, I was just like, I want to keep the grade something pretty chill for this first route. Full intent to get like a Mogul or maybe a Uenta eventually. The geared locomotives are cool. I'd love to get some of those eventually, but they're not really hot priority. I'm more in it for like the Mogul and the Uenta and stuff, and I need to cut down some of these trees.
Oh, hold on.
Ah, no, we'll get it on the way back, maybe. Alright, we're on the straightaway. I'm going to just open her up and see how we do.
Whoa, that's a flying tree. You saw that, right?
I didn't. Beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful.
oh, I got a good one on the stream.
Perfect. I'm gonna have to see that later.
Oh, I'm just clicking at this point. Anything close, I'm going to see what happens.
Ooh. Oh man, we're already running out of track. Okay. Brakes. There we go. There we go.
I think I found that
bit of
tree
brake.
glitch they were talking about.
Yeah.
And you see, this is why I wanted to stream it whenever we were doing this madness.
Yes. Oop, I stopped a little bit early.
Nah, it's fine.
There we go. Just gonna crawl a little bit.
Okay,
I'm very pleased with this engine's ability to.
Okay, if you were
just...
going for the water tower, you almost shot it.
Nah, I'll get the water tower afterwards. Oh heck, something I just realized. This engine's not a Betsy. I have no way to turn it around.
Well, that's something we could probably do.
This is true. I could put it in a turntable or something.
And I just heard logs falling. I'm assuming that's the logging camp.
Yep. Alright, I just need to go a little bit further forward, and we can start loading some logs. Oh yeah, you might want to check that switch. It is probably against us.
Okay, now looking at this, if I can get a good highlight.
There we go. Cool.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a gap between the front rail and the second. Okay, the moving part of the rail, should there be a gap there?
There's, let me take a look.
Okay, if we're coming
yep.
your direction this way?
Yep, we're good.
Okay.
You want the opening to be, for us. So,
Okay, so
we're in
yeah.
good shape.
Okay, now...
I hope that that's enough track to fit the Mogul on. I also didn't think about that. Oh gosh, and also my track work here.
Here's my crazy thought. You know those turntables?
Yeah.
What if we put them on the end there?
That could work. Either that, or we could... Well, actually, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I think I'm going to have to relay this entire section, though, because, like, oh, yeah. I did not adjust any of this for Mogul. I just kind of got this all line for Betsy. Oh, well. Let me see here. If I... How about I delete all of this track here up to the switch? So, G, start demolishing some stuff, and I'll add some grade.
Mm-hmm.
So that way, I'm not going to delete that section because I don't want to delete what the mogul is sitting on. But
By the
will
way,
keep
I love
this.
that in Demolish they added like a subheader of all rails, groundwork, and the like.
Yes.
Very useful.
Yes. Indeed.
Yeah,
Now,
actually thinking about it, it. No, the turntable would be too small.
can I fit the turntable over here?
Yeah, actually. If you line it up right here.
I think I was supposed to put it on more raised ground.
Possibly,
Maybe.
but
Okay, it does turn though. I probably shouldn't have turned that before it was lined up with other track.
well,
Okay.
we're seeing how it goes. Also, probably should get rid of this tree.
Yes, definitely. Let's work on some grading over here, I guess. What I'll do is I will go in and I'll go to groundwork. Constant grade. Start here. And then I will raise it by a bit, I think. Whoops.
And then stretch it out.
Yep. Let me see how it would look if I went one more up. Yeah, I think that's gonna look fine.
Yeah, I don't think I can do a lot of the grading and building stuff. That's all you. I can just destroy stuff.
There we go. So we got a bit of grade here. And I will delete this switch here.
Oh.
And now I will put a turntable in here. Try to.
Do you want this rail back over here that's ungraded?
Ooh, this looks better. You can delete that rail back there, I think.
Yep, doing so.
And okay. Got that. Now I'll just lay the rail up to it, and then I will start from table and then move my way over. Or maybe I need to start from this end here because I'm not seeing the linky thing. Ooh, hang on. Let me try once again on the table. Okay, yeah, I'll start over here. Okay, if I go plonk, 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 Blonk. There we go, we got rails going up to the table. And I think that will probably work. Probably. Hopefully. If not, well, I tried. Let me try putting in some grading over here. Unless I'm supposed to put the grading beneath the... I don't know.
I think constant just to have it underneath, but...
Yeah.
And I think and rail out the back just so we can back up.
Yeah. There we go.
Because we can always just push everything forward. Or does that not have the push on it?
Oh, we can.
Oh, I see it now, I think.
Okay. I think that is mostly lined up enough, hopefully. Let's see if the mogul likes it. But first,
before you do
let's
that,
save.
Cole, before you do that,
Yes.
you might want to come over here and take another look at this section.
Okay.
Because if I'm staring at this right, and I could be right, I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, it doesn't look right at all.
Yep. I
But it might work.
Oh,
Maybe.
let's give it a
Give
shot.
it a try. It's okay, I saved. Let me unhitch these cars. And actually, let me put the brakes on them first, so that way they don't roll away.
Front and back.
Yep, front and back. I got the front end.
Well, actually, why don't we load up as we go? Because we can always re-rail everything.
Once you, when you derail, when you re-rail, sometimes it'll throw the load off.
No, I'm not saying these. I'm saying... Because
Oh,
if
yeah.
the front goes, that way we don't gotta...
I've got, Violet Pony's song, Bonnie, stuck in my head. It's a good song.
So, more about the Russian ponies. Just over your art, or just because you're an awesome dude?
It was just because of art, mostly.
How many times do I keep telling you you're famous?
I am not famous. I'm just an artist that one of those people knew. So.
Okay, I think logs are full up unless I'm...
As far as I know, nobody who was watching knew who I was, so... I could be wrong, though.
Oh, Cole, you are famous in many places.
I won't go that far. Like, there are many much more well-known artists than me.
I understand that, but how many in the Pony Oz are still kicking from the old days?
Well, actually quite a few.
Alright, pull up so well I can so we can finish loading up the cots.
Oh, I was going to just pull up just to test the turntable and make sure that we don't derail on it.
Oh yeah, that's better. That's better. Because this can be re-racked.
Yes. I've also resaved in case we need to, you know.
I know.
Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, it's a
Crawling
little
ahead.
short.
Oh, did we not fit on the table?
Keep going. Only the cattle god is going to be the only thing off.
Oh, okay, that's fine. All right, we'll go a little further forward then.
Because you only have one set of wheels not on at the moment.
How am I get?
You're good.
All right.
Pull back just a bit, because your
Yeah,
front
my
wheel.
yeah, my front wheel's off.
But,
All right.
see, you got plenty of space there in the back. Relatively speaking, of course.
Okay.
I'll watch the back end. Stop.
Oh, it. I went too far, didn't I?
A little bit.
Er,
Tiniest way forward. The tiniest of the way forward.
Okay.
Okay?
It's like, come on, move.
Okay, and stop. It's just barely
Looks
on.
like- Hell yeah.
Okay.
All right. Now let's see if we can get this table to turn. Ooh. Ooh.
It is slow as molasses.
Molasses. Oh, potatoes and molasses. Do 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 do.
You went closer to this just so you didn't have to walk as much, right?
Honestly, I was just trying to like see if I could get good access to the handle thing. Now, what some of my friends have done is they made a balloon
Oh,
track.
there it goes. We didn't cut down this tree.
Oh, it derailed on the tree. Oh, that's hilarious.
Okay, you keep doing this because you can re-rail that. I'm getting rid of this tree.
I love how the tender settled. As beautiful.
Let's worry about re-railing it once we back the other way around. I see another tree that might be an issue.
Okay. Let me just re-rail the tender
Okay.
on this section of track on the back end. Alright, is that the right way? Oh, wait. Nope.
Remember, lantern in the back.
Yep.
By the way, did you
Working
show
on
your dad that idea for the lantern?
Oh, no. I haven't. Oh god, I'm in the tender.
Need to flip it around still. Oh no, wait, you're good. You're good. Sorry.
There we go. Oh, it derailed because, like... Alright. It's fine. Let me just, hit rerail one more time. Alright. And...
Because I honestly think that lantern idea is a good Father's Day / Christmas gift. Especially if
Well,
you...
my dad's really big into, like, the main central. They didn't really have lanterns like that on the main central. So, he's a stickler for detail more than I am. So... There,
Oh,
yeah,
you know what I mean,
fine.
though. It's still a good thing to have, especially on the model railroads.
Fair.
So you could pay it up to be main central themed, but going, hey, this is just.
Well, it's more so the body bit that's the thing. Also, he models mostly the 70s, and by the 70s they didn't really have lanterns like that. I do know where to find like a 70s style lantern though. I've been tempted to pick one up purely because hey, it would help if I actually like turn this. There we go. Come on. Come on. This thing has physics like the water tower. Does not want to go.
Okay, I'll watch for the lineup. Okay. And stop.
I don't think I can just stop it, can I?
Click on it and go the other way.
Yeah. No. Ah.
Come on!
Turntables, how do you work? I can just see it now. Hey Cole, where's your mogul? Oh, it's just on the turntable. It's where it lives now.
No, I have something funnier. Mogul comes on. Hey Cole, where's your train? On the turntable. You know she would probably get a good chuckle out of that.
That's right, her name's Mogul. Just like the engine. Oh boy.
Okay, it stopped.
Alright.
Okay, now we need to turn it the other way. Cole, remember, right click and turns it the other way. We need to counter, not clock.
Oh, wait. Right click. Okay, hang on. Yeah.
My dude, I love you, but sometimes I want to smack you because you're not reading.
It's true, I'm not. Like an adult, I'm not reading instructions.
Hello! I'm older than you. And I read.
I kid. Yeah. Push.
Okay, I say stop because the drifting thing, it should stop on its own.
Go. And?
There. And I was shot it again.
Yep, I'm trying to counter clock it.
Don't you mean clock it? Since going counter would mean keep going in the direction we are going now.
You don't know which direction my clock's turned.
Well, why do you think I'm using counter and clockwise?
Oh my gosh. I can understand why none of my friends use turntables anymore. Oh my gosh. This is so...
I honestly wish there was a 90, 180, 270, and 360 function with this.
Yeah. Ooh. Looks like we are almost lined, but not quite.
Little
Just give
tap.
it a little
Little tap.
nudge.
Okay,
Oof.
stop.
Alright, I'm
And it
Hop
just went too
in.
far.
damn it.
I think it's just a light tug.
I did, though. There. Come on! Ugh.
I think that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks good.
Okay,
Let me hop in.
put it on back.
Oof, I just saw the inside of the firebox. And it needs fire. Oop. But first... Verse... Oof. That's a clunk.
But it works.
Come on. Hey.
Uh-oh, we didn't hit the brakes on this.
Oh shoot. Oh shoot. I didn't realize my throttle was on.
So all that, and we have to re-rack.
Damn. Damn.
Okay.
Can I at least roll this forward, though?
No, you're off.
Yes, but am I off to the point where I can't roll forward? This is the question I have.
Well, you only got like 2 wheels, one on each side, going.
Let's find out. Mercer, all the way forward. Brakes are off.
Did you put more fire in your box?
No. But it's trying. Yeah, no, it's not gonna. Oof. Okay. Re-rail. This boy.
You know, something just came to me.
What's that?
If we could get the right type of facility. Yeah, fire.
Mogul.
You know, set this just right to have a thing at the back of it, like a fire. You know, have a building be able to stop the train.
I think it would still cause derailments, though.
Well, you know what I mean, so it doesn't go off the back here.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because I can't put down any buildings in yours. Also, why did... I get it. So, are we going... just give up on this row on the turntable and do like a 90-degree?
Yeah.
Alright.
Eh. Eh.
There, it... gone.
Okay. There we go.
Okay. Hey, the 90-degree can link, we would just have to do loops. Cool, because of how stuff is, I can't place anything. Also, I deleted that turntable already.
Oh, heck. Let me just get that link in there if I can.
Well, you know what I mean. We both agree that
Yeah.
that wasn't a good idea to have it there. I just acted.
It's all good. I just need to try and get this link in. Come
Crouching.
on. I am crouching.
Not on my stream.
Well, I actually am. It's just not letting me put the link into the tender. That's really annoying. Close. Eh. Tell me what, I'll pull forward and I'll just try it the opposite way.
Lightly do it so I can try and do it, because it could be buried in there. Okay, a little too far, but
No, because like I need to go far forward in order to. All right. It's not letting me highlight the thing.
hold on, I found it.
Okay, cool. I'm going to undo pin and all that stuff in this one.
Okay.
And now, so just make sure that this one is actually linked in place. I vote if this doesn't work on this attempt, we
Reload.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Eh.
You're going forward, my dude.
I know. I released the brakes before I
Okay.
tripped
Stop.
the reverser in gravity.
Oh, I think it went in. Hit the brakes. No, no.
Well, it might have. Hang on. Okay.
Okay, there it
That
goes.
looks good.
It's
Alright.
in. Okay, go forward a bit. Because it's kind of bent back here. It's hooked up. That's all I care
Okay.
about. If you look down here, it don't look right at all.
Let's get this on the table again.
There
Wait,
is no
the table
table.
doesn't exist. Alright. Okay. New plan.
Pull forward, pull forward.
Oh. Oh.
Also, are you seeing how badly it is down here?
Yup.
Pull forward and see what happens. It's still holding, still holding, still holding. It's on the rail again. Go forward. You good? You good? Keep going.
It's like,
And the last wheel is on a rail.
okay.
So, not a total failure. And from what I have seen, I can't put any rails down, so that's all you. I said we'd do that 90-degree crossover.
Um, 90-degree crossover? What?
Okay, go to rail. Crossover 90
rail.
degrees.
Oh, that won't help us.
It
That's just a diamond. Yeah, no.
Nah. Okay, which type of switch we going with?
I'll just put down this kind if it, or I don't think I have enough room. Let me see. I'm in the tender. That's not ideal.
Oh. Oh. Nope.
Okay. One sec. I need to pull this whole thing forward because I cannot with where the engine is.
Yeah, Cole, I hear you. I apologize for causing all this mischief and mayhem.
It's fine. Eh. Alright. Can a switch fit here, though?
I
Now
think
actually
it can,
can.
because you'll just have to delete some of the track here and connect it, but...
Yeah, that's what I'll have to do. Ray and switch. Yeah. G. Demolition.
Oh, I can destroy stuff. Let's go with this one. Yay!
Oh, fuck. I deleted the switch. Whoops.
Okay, this
Oh,
is fine.
let me.
This comes straight.
You're right on my delete thing. Ah, there we go.
Okay.
Delete that one. And then we'll put the switch in.
Add some grading. I think you did the longer of the two.
No, that's not. There's no length of it. It's
What about this section of rail?
Okay.
Try that. I will be a destroyer, you can be a creator.
think this here will work. I just need to delete some of those rails up there and then straighten it out a bit, and then
And you
connect
need to get
them
a
up.
gradient over here because floating rail.
Yeah, I'll get around to that in just a moment. I just want to get this lined.
Again, I apologize for the extra work you gotta do now.
It's all good. I was going to have to do it anyways. Whoa.
Well, my tea should be brewed, so I'll be right back after I get a nice cup of tea.
Yep. All good. Now I'll just kind of connect these here. Boogie. That still looks really dumb, but you know what? It's better than what it was. So, alright. Ooh, I have an idea, actually.
You are the train man, so lay it on me.
I can make a Y.
Okay, you don't know the funny part of that because in a D&D campaign that I did, I had a wooden warforge named Y.
Beautiful.
So, that someone saying I'm gonna make a Y just makes me laugh a little bit because I'm like, oh, so you're gonna make another wood golem.
I might want to pull the engine forward before I attempt this, because I think I'm going to need more space to pull it off, but, Tell you what, I'll leave that for another day. We'll just do a push-pull operation down mountain, and we'll just load up these log cars, and then, go for a little ride back down. We'll be reversing, so it'll be dangerous, but hey, what's life without a little bit of danger?
Well, you got two people to spot. Okay, and the side is open as we are coming out, so will we be good?
Yep, we're good.
Alright. I only ask because, you know.
Yep.
Alright, start to slow down when nearing the logs.
Okay.
Okay,
Damn, the brake is touchy as all hell.
I can see that. Okay. Hey, have it slow and go in reverse. Oh, that might be a bit slower, but given how we've had the touch and go here, I think the speed is just about right. Alright, and brake. Ah, dang, I nearly got it. Before you start it up again, see how close we got.
Ah, man.
Well, you know what I mean.
So close. Alright,
Okay.
let me,
Lightest feathering. Lightest feathering.
come on.
Okay, too much.
Are we connected?
Hold on.
Alright,
Yep.
cool. Okay, let's release some brakes and,
I always forget you gotta do it on both ends. Because this is double pinned.
Yep. It's better that way. Cause, like...
By the way, do you need more firewood?
Yeah, probably.
We got
can
this.
worry about that in just a moment.
Uh,
Ah, okay. That's good. We'll load this up, and then we'll head on back.
Alright, I'll monitor.
Alright. How, so, let me know when I'm lined up.
Okay. Hey, go ahead.
One sec. Working on it. Come on, throttle.
I'm seeing some minor adjustments on the wheels to rail, so...
Oh. That'll do it.
Okay, I'll stand on the front one, and as soon as there's an empty cart, I'll tell you. Alright, and stop. Alright, there's empty ones in both of ours.
Oh. I think we're only lined up for one of them.
Let's see.
It basically is a gap for, like, every other. I can give it a try, though. Ooh, one sec. I just want to double check my messages.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Okay, so yeah, apparently it is that stopgap method, so... Because mine's flowing fine, yours seems to be going for the other one just ahead of it.
Alright, I am going full forward a little bit.
Alright. Whenever number 16 here clears the entire platform, I think it will be good. Okay, and stop. I mean...
That'll be easy. We're rolling backwards. Weird. Is all the brakes on? Oh, no wonder. The tender brake was still on.
Okay,
we
no,
derailed it.
it does not seem to work on either of them. We need to pull forward a bit more.
Okay. You basically want the crane to be centered with the center of the car.
Ah,
You can usually line it so that way every other car works.
alright.
Got the throttle all the way open. We apparently have boiler pressure. Oh, no, we don't. I'm looking at the wrong gauge. Oh. Oh, there's your problem.
Okay, in this situation, which one of us is Adam Savage and which one of us is Jamie?
There we go. We gotta wait for boiler pressure to build.
No, it's all good. And I mean, this is why we chose to do this, aside from you loving trains.
Alright. Ugh. Well, while boiler pressure is building, let me see if I can get some groundwork done to see what needs to be done in order to make the tracks that currently exist into a Y to turn the engine around. So, actually, that looks too hard for my brain tonight. I'm tired.
Dude, I'm coming off of a 7-hour day after a 14-hour day.
That's fair. That's boiler pressure. Still cooking. I was wondering why the pressure gauge didn't seem to be going down at all. That would be my reason. One thing I can do. Grab some wood and top off the tender.
I can imagine the runabout that way is very hectic.
Oh yeah. There are a few things I really wish that they work on in this game. One is make it easier to load cars, and also easier to wood up.
You know, if we were a little more unprofessional, we would laugh at wood up.
Oh no, I still laugh at it. It's a funny term. But it is what they used to call it, so hey.
True.
Trains in the 1800s used to stop all over the line to collect more firewood and also more water. To the point where, like, there was a guy who reported that, like, on a train journey, he was traveling with his friend who knew the crew, and the crew would apparently always stop at this one cottage a long way to pick up dinner with some friends who lived along the railway line. So he was invited to go and have dinner, and, like, all the rest of the passengers just thought they were stopping for wood. Never knew the wiser.
Well, that just follows the old saying. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
True.
Ah, skull just fell on from the ground. I know.
How long's our tender tank? Yeah, we should probably fill that.
So how's the model train club been?
Well, I went down there for the first time in a little while on Wednesday, and like, I don't know, it's okay.
Doesn't have the same Spock.
It's mostly just like the people that were there were just kind of like complaining old people, you know. There weren't as many people I'd like to run into down there this time around, so it was kind of eh.
Well, I know from experience that building model anything is not a young person's experience unless they're parents.
Not necessarily. I mean, like, my friend Radical and Bearing, Radical and Bearing, their parents don't do any model railroad stuff, but they're into the hobby. I'm honestly not really sure how both of them got into it, though. I think Radical had a train set growing up, and then Bearing, I'm not really sure how he got into it. I'm gonna have to ask him. Next time I see you online. Let me see. There we go. We got boiler pressure now.
Alright. Also, I have a cat in front of me, so...
Yes! Kitty!
Yeah, I got my kitty. I got my kitty
Yes.
right here.
Yes!
Don't know if you can hear that over the mic, but he is purring.
Aww. Alright. I need to throttle up a little bit to get over this hill. Let me know when we're lined.
Oh, well, I'm on the back of the train. Okay.
Whoops.
Okay,
Oops, I'm a little bit too far.
Hold on, let's see.
No, it's not gonna work.
Probably not.
You know, you see, it's in line with the loaded car.
Oh, yeah.
Whoops. Alright,
Just
let's
do a
back it
little
up.
bit of reversing.
Yep.
By the way, you could open up my stream just so you have a back view of this. Have it on the other monitor.
That's true, but it's not as fun.
Fair. Okay, you're good.
Alright.
Testing. And does it go on? No.
Oh yeah, no, you need the center of the car centered with the crane. We're on the very edge.
Okay, more reversing then. While I pet a kitty.
Alright.
Well, since you own your house now, you technically could have a pet, but I know you're like, I'm not responsible for myself. How can I be responsible for another thing? Stop. You're a little too far.
Oh.
But let me just do a
I
quick
think
check.
it'll work in this case, though.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
why
I don't know if we're lined for this rear one, but I'll give it a try.
Cole, it did not work.
Oh, what? Okay. Forward again. I should stay in the engine, I think.
Well, this is why you have two people.
Alright.
You're going way too far back, by the way.
Yeah, I realized the Johnson bar was still set to reverse.
Okay,
Alright.
well, this just means I can watch it a little bit better.
Alright. There we go.
Alright. And...
Oops.
Don't get out, let me test.
Okay, give it to me in like one car, half a car as far as like movement goes, because otherwise I'm flying blind.
Nope, that works.
Oh, right there?
Yep.
Perfect.
But now I have a kitty in front of me who is just wanting all my love and attention. By the way, how's your cat nephew doing?
Oh, Kaze? Kaze's doing good.
And I'm not going to try and get too overly personal. But how's your brother-in-law that gave you all them Pop-Tarts?
They're doing good.
Well, that's good. Alright, and I got one more before I'm full. Alright, I'm full. And we got 3 more to go before we shoot it all the way back down.
Yep. Alright.
Alright, getting to the first platform.
So what you're going to want to do, as far as lining these cars up goes, so you're going to want it so this car here, the number 10, is in line with that crane way down there.
Okay.
And then we'll be able to load 2 cars, and then we'll hop that last car onto the tail.
Mm-hmm.
So number 10 to the...
Yep, I get you.
Yeah. Alright, cool.
Can you tell I've worked in a position you're going backwards, by the way?
Yeah, I know. It's because I pulled the brake off without any throttle.
Mm-hmm. Can you tell I work in a position where I have to do communication relatively well?
That's fair. I don't. I'm pretty poor at it.
All right, stop.
Oh, shit. You gotta give it to me in like one car, half a car, otherwise I don't know.
Well, also
I don't
you
know
were
how close
talking,
I am.
and you know it's not good policy to interrupt someone in their story.
You're fine. Alright.
Hey, wouldn't we in a situation where if it was like this, it would unload on the first one?
Huh?
Yeah, this works.
Oh, it does? Alright.
Don't know about the back half, but who knows?
Alright. On that note, then I will load this up.
Alright. by the way, I got an advent calendar of Gundam, of course, and the only strange thing so far, I got a Link to the Past little vinyl figure, and I'm like, that's not a Gundam.
Weird. I was thinking about getting one of the Lego Advent calendars, but I think we ran out of them at my hobby shop.
Yeah, that would not surprise me. Although the Lego Advent calendars are just fun for unique pieces.
This is true. I'm already like buying things from the hobby shop anyway. Which reminds me, I need to like see about. I need to go through the Walters website and try and find something nice to get my dad. Because usually what I end up doing is I find it on Walters and then I see about getting it through the hobby shop or something.
Yeah, I get you.
Or
I
if I
get
can't get through there through some other means, but you know.
Yeah, now that's the weird one. How did this one get here?
I have no idea. Alright, let's line up that one.
Okay, just a little bit forward.
Half a car-ish.
So, yeah,
All
Mom?
good.
Yes. If you just bought some, then it should be good for this week. Then, okay. All right. Give me cereal, I'll probably do it. Yeah. Oh, right. Only a bucket. I ate them. Okay. But speaking of grocery shopping, as my mother's out to do so, hence the call.
Got you.
Well, it kind of pays to be living with a parent simply because it's a little bit easier since I don't, drive a car.
Yeah, I hear that. I hear that.
Granted, I still ride a bike from 6:30 in the morning into work that's across a busy, not a highway, but a busy thoroughfare on both ways. And I only have crosswalks with lights going in one direction.
At least it's environmentally friendly. It's better than, driving in terms of, you're not burning up fossil fuels by going to work. You're just kind of going for a bike ride. I wish I could do the same, honestly.
Well,
I have to hitch a ride to work every day, and, if I had the option to, I would totally love to just bike to work. Which, in wintertime, is a little bit less desirable, but, I'd love to have the option for, any other time of year.
oh, my dude, I will ride this bike in rain, sleet, and snow. I have gone... hey, there's a blizzard coming. When's it coming? After you go to work? Okay, I'll just walk and people can pick me up. But then again, I only have to walk 2.5 miles.
Fair. Alright, I'll let you guard the rear. You can watch and make sure that we don't fly off the tracks. Or if you see any big thing that might make us fly off the tracks, let me know and I'll hit the brakes immediately.
I have my logging tool ready.
Alright. Let's go!
E.
Actually, let me save first.
Yeah, save, because this might be glorious. Glorious!
Yes. Back. Continue.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Alright.
Winter's always dicey. Winter's always dicey when it comes to riding, simply because I sometimes don't leave work until 6 p.m. It was 9:15 yesterday. and I get that at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, even after another 7 hours, I'm still got a little bit of pep in me. Granted, that might just be my attitude, but...
That's her.
Okay, and this rail should be fine considering that we came through here.
Yep. Here we go.
Okay, I'm keeping an eye out. You see that?
Seeing what? Oh, did we knock down another tree?
As I went by.
Great. Perfect. See, why spend money chopping down trees when you can just let the train do it for you?
No, that's me doing it, but...
Oh, okay, that works too.
But I'm on the back end here, so...
Oh, we derailed.
How
no.
How bad?
It's pretty bad. Ooh, I should get off the regulator.
I'm on a runaway car, aren't I?
Yes. Yes, you are. Whoops.
Did I accidentally derail with the tree cutting?
I don't think so. I think that might have just been me going a little bit too fast, being overzealous. Where are you?
I'm going down the rails, baby!
Oh!
I'm riding this train!
Your car all the way down there!
Cole, this is why I said you should watch the stream, because this shit happens.
I am watching you roll away. There's a brake on that car. I don't know if you're on the right side.
I'm on the wrong side. I'm
oh
riding
no!
I'm riding this sucker until it stops.
I'm going to chase the car down. It's a 1% grade all the way down to logging camp. You might make it all the way to the unloading point. Oh, that is great. That is beautiful.
And it's recorded.
Beautiful.
It's on stream right now. I'm posting this. Since I've been doing these stream things whenever we have friends or I just want to have a different perspective, I've been uploading them to my YouTube channel. I don't know if this counts as a Let's Play or just having a VOD channel.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, that Amnesia-inspired thing that we did for the show Monday, I have my perspective uploaded already.
Nice.
So you can go and check that out just to see what it was doing. As well as circuits whenever a creature gets it. By the way, I made it to the logging camp.
You're at the logging camp. We successfully got one car there. Sort of.
Hooray!
Damn.
Now I'm going to go until I'm either derailed or I stop.
Oh no. I don't think that switch is in the... Oh.
It stopped! It's coming back, but it stopped. Hi, Cole!
It's multi-track drifting, oh no. Okay. Let me apply this brake on this already derailed car.
Oh man! You gotta.
Would you like to follow me back to the derailment and see how bad it was?
Oh! I want to see what I was running away from.
Yes.
Oh. You know, it would be really apropos. CMC suddenly popped in, going, "What's going on in here?"
Right.
Oh. Well, then again, he is following me, so he might be watching.
Maybe.
I'd say though, these. Hold on.
Yeah, this tree needs to be cut.
Whoa, there it goes. Do you not see it Beyblading over here?
Oh, I did. It is great.
There it goes again! I'm just cutting trees along here, that might be an issue.
The main reason why I didn't is purely just because I'm cheap and I just didn't feel like wasting the money on like what was it, like $2 a tree.
Oh, I
I
work
got
for
my
you,
mobile now,
so...
so there we go. I got my mogul. I'm good.
Well, I work for you, so any money I have is technically yours.
Fair, fair.
We're just launching Christmas trees at this point.
Basically, yeah.
This is fun.
Alright,
Physics!
that should be good. Also, wow, look at this joint here. Damn. We didn't derail on it though, so hey.
Hey, it works.
And this is in the section where I was like, on the trip up to the logging camp. I was like, I think I had like just completely open throttle. You can see kind of right now already. Oh no.
I see one of them. Don't derail anything, I want to see them all.
Yes, yes.
But I'm also getting rid of these trees.
We can take a 19th century style screen cap where we're just like posed on the wreckage. Ooh. Well, we definitely lost at least one load because one of these cars is flipped over empty. Two of these cars. 3.
Hold on.
Okay, it's just 2.
Alright. We're about to do the screenshot. I'm gonna cut this tree.
Alright.
Alright, ready?
Yep.
Cutting tree.
Ha! Yeet! Beautiful. But yeah, you can see. Oh boy.
Okay, you need to It's amazing that we even got what. Oh, this stopped it. I'm not cutting that tree. Let's keep that on.
Yeah. Keep that tree there.
And that one.
We'll keep the trees around the accident in place. They are currently what's holding things up.
No, right here. Perfect screenshot.
Yes. Let me pop into the external view.
Okay.
Alright. Facing the same direction that, or I actually need to like. Shimmy.
Oh, I have better idea. We go until we don't see the wreckage of the 2 logs and go, wonder what happened here, and then just have another photo going, oh.
Let's see here. If I can get on top of this. Okay. If you pose there, I'll go into the external view.
Okay, which way are we facing?
That's a good question.
Oh, this, right now, as we are posed, see how I'm facing? Face that way, like, wonder why we stopped.
Yes.
Okay, screen cap it.
I'm trying to get a good angle, but with this embankment, it's hard. Oh, maybe from the ground? Maybe.
Hold on. You can extend it one more for a wider shot.
Oh, I did. It still wasn't really working. It didn't look great. Ooh, yes. Okay. So let's pose down here.
Alright. Same way?
Yep. Face. Yeah, there we go. Perfect.
Oh, the fun we will have.
Print screen. And I'll open up Paint, because I don't know how else to do it. Eh. Do, 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 do. P-A. Paint. Control V. Crop it down to the one screen. Perfect. File. Save. Koa and Koa? Koa. Koa. Kale? Cole. Adventures.
Oh,
Save.
we just need to do more of this.
Yes. Alright.
You already have me as one of your friends, and one of the few people that is like, trades? Hell yeah, trades.
Yes. I will drag and drop this into the Discord. So, Discord. And there you go.
Oh, it's gonna be fun. Oh, look how dapper we look.
Perfect.
You know, I half want it be so you could upload your own, like, conductor.
I'm sure it's something that'll be in the works eventually.
Or
But
at the
right
very
now,
least,
their
the
main-
mod community would.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so...
I'm gonna say we pull the train ahead forward a little bit, and then,
see what we
or
can do?
Actually, let's start applying some of the brakes on the cars that are off, so that way when we re-rail them, they're not rolling away.
Okay.
Obviously, we won't be able to do that with the ones that are flipped upside down, but you know, the ones that aren't. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
And now,
If you got everything, I can take the brakes off and regulator forward.
yeah.
Okay, I'll start with the regulator at 36, and I'll fully take the... Up, reverse, it was at 100%.
Keep going, keep going. Half a car, slow. You can stop right there, where you are.
Well, I hit reverse and brake is on, regulator is off. But that should give you enough space to do some
Definitely,
magic.
definitely.
I'm still more amazed that I rode it, one of these all the way down there.
Yes. It just like perfectly came unhitched too, and just rolled on its own. It's beautiful. Whoops! I don't want to hit the view key. I want to hit the re-rail key. Click. And all right. I'll kind of bring this up to where the engine is.
I say right about there is good.
Yeah. Whoop. And he's got his brakes on, so he shouldn't roll. Damn, 1% grades though. Even on 1%, you can have them roll away. Re-rail.
Cole, on the way to BronyCon, and what I saw was like a grade in, I believe it was West Virginia, that was like a 6, like either a 10 or 6.
Was that on the main line?
No, I'm talking about road, not rail.
Oh, yeah. On a railroad, like, 3% grade is considered, like, a lot. 5% is considered dastardly. 10%, that's Shay territory. If you're running anything that's not a Shay, good luck.
But there were little patches off to the side of the road that my mother told me, oh yeah, that's for semis that don't have brakes. Because you know the whole ramp setup that you go down and then you shoot up?
Yep.
Now imagine that in reverse.
Alright, there we go. That's got a loop in it. This one needs its loop gone. There we go. That one's got a loop. That one doesn't have a loop. Does this one have a pin? Now it does. That one's got a loop. That one doesn't have a loop. Now this one's got a pin. And these two cars were already together. Alright, cool. I'm gonna say you can slowly back up about half a car.
Okay, and I think I may have undid this one here. Give me a second. Okay, pin in that one, no loop here.
Oh, you're not in the cab. Okay.
I was coming back to help.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
That's why you may have seen some stuff that went, hold on, I didn't do that.
Alright. Let's remove the loop from this one. Because... There we go. Alright, because this one over here's got a loop and a pin, so that one's all set.
Okay, if you got everything set, I'll hit the reverse and give a little bit of flow on the regulator.
Sounds good to me. Just about half a car and we should be good.
Okay, I have it at 25%, taking brake down to 13 and off. Reverse is at 100%.
Oop, stop. Perfect. Alright, right where it is. Good.
Okay.
Alright, I'll take the brake off of this car.
Okay, whatever you say,
then...
I'll do it in stages, just so you know.
Yep.
Okay, at 40.
Alright.
17.
And...
Brakes are off.
And stop.
100%. Communication!
And good hitch. Let me remove the handbrake on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. And back up about a car's length.
Okay, more reversing. Brake at 43. Brake at 3. Put it back at 77. How good is that?
A little more.
Okay, 24, 17, 13, 0. A little more.
Going. Keep going. Got about 2/3 of a car to go.
Okay.
Half a car. Quarter of cars. And you're about a truck's length away.
Okay.
So.
Okay, a little bit more and stopping.
Yep. Good. Perfect.
Considering I can't see back there, and you're using terms that, until you said it, I had a vague understanding of, I'm doing pretty damn well.
I would say so. There we go. Perfect. Now, as far as these other flat cars go, we can pick them up a little bit later. Well, let's bring these guys down to the lumber mill and get them unloaded. I'll let you handle the throttle,
Uh, all
and we'll
right.
ride on back.
All right. And brake is off. I'm not pushing the regulator up at the moment. I'm letting gravity do some stuff.
That is perfectly fine. If we start to go too fast, I'm on the handbrake, so we'll be able to slow us down if need be. Won't be enough to stop it, but it'll be enough to slow us down.
Okay, I'm not taking it over the 26 on the regulator. I'm putting regulator down. It looks like we're just going to coast.
Perfect.
And yes, this is the first time I'm running this with actual freight.
That is fair. You're doing a good job. And also in a new engine too, because, I mean, like, you start off with Betsy, and Betsy's a different beast than the Mogul.
Oh,
I can say this for sure, I've been running it all day.
Well, I understand that, but also it's the fact that I didn't even do this with my Betsy.
You're doing a good job.
I appreciate that. I am happy to work for the Cole and Friends Rail Company.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad I missed the big boy. Maybe when it came through.
Oh, yeah. Odds are, though, it'll be going through again. It's a very popular engine, so. And it's been recently rebuilt, so it's gonna have some time on its boiler ticket.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought I derailed there, but considering that I have no regulator, this is all gravity. Up.
Well, it looks good. Sometimes the game glitches, so it looks like it's derailing. And we are doing pretty good, and I forgot we have that car that's derailed at the very end.
Oh, don't worry.
Right. I'm gonna say, put on the brakes in a bit. It works. Okay. We'll ease back, I want to say about 3 cars lengths.
Okay. Well, I would have to add a little bit of the regulator just to get it going.
Yep, you're good. I gave us a little bit of braking on the way down on my car, so that way we so to keep it controlled around some of those curves. Just like the brakeman of old. Got another car's length to go, so keep going. Still good for a little while. Got about half a car. And you're good to stop right here. Perfect. Alright. Unload this bad boy.
And this is why it pays to be a little bit knowledgeable in trains, but not know everything.
This is true. Whoop. I swear I know how to unload these things. Oh. No wonder I wasn't using the left click, I was using the right click. I'm smart.
Cole, it's been a long day.
Yeah. I have to say though, that was a good successful run down to the lumber mill though.
Aside from the minor derailment, but hey.
Let's live without a little derailments here and there. Speaking of derailments, I'll take care of that car at the end. Number 15, the runaway.
Ready? Is it full up? No, we can do 10 more.
That reminds me, Amtrak was doing really good last night.
Oh, I forgot you were able to do station work now.
Yes. Let me just see how Amtrak is doing tonight. I'm not working tonight. I switched with John at the station because he wanted to go to a train show tomorrow. So I'm working the Saturday.
Today is Saturday.
Oh, sorry, the Sunday. I'm working the Sunday. I normally work Saturday, but today I'm not. Switch. Essex Junction, train number 54. This is the evening train on a Saturday. It is scheduled on time. Yesterday it was early. By a lot. Also, I got distracted. I meant to be re-railing this car. Click. Can I put this on in a location where it's likely to still be unloadable? Maybe. I'll try.
Did you do a dumb?
No. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I'm going to pull a CMC. This is a train crime.
It's fine.
And I'm going to make it
yeah.
worse. I'm going to push the mother trucker.
Actually, yes, by all means do. I'll undo the brake and then we'll be able to roll it off, probably. Or it'll derail horribly, which would be hilarious.
Well, I am going to do that. Brake is off. Regulators at 50%. Yeah, it's not going in reverse.
Oh, how's the fire?
Pressure is relatively fine. I probably just needed to go back.
Oh, you're sliding. Your engine is facing reverse, but you are sliding forwards.
Oh my god.
That was different.
Cole, I think we broke the game.
Probably, yeah. Alright, are you still like... Okay, now it's going forwards.
Oh, it's because of that. Let me go forward to go back.
Okay.
Because I think it might have a hitch in the giddy up. And also, yeah, the pressure is kind of...
Oh, there we go.
I was going forward then. Now I'm on the reverse.
That is weird. But hey, if it works.
It works.
Yeah, this game is glitchy.
Well, we should expect nothing less from an open beta.
This is true. Continue back. I want to say about 2 cars.
Okay, hold on. Regulator. It's now going forward again while it's still reversed. The hell. Up, I have no boiler pressure, so yeah, fire.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
Multiple people opening stuff.
There we go.
Does not work. We might need to get some water as well.
Oh yeah, probably. How's our sight glass look? Where is the sight glass in this engine?
I think it's on this side. Because it would... Because if that's the engineer right there...
Yep, that's the engineer's side.
So this other side would be where you would monitor everything.
Yep, the fireman's side.
Alright, between the two of us, I'm a robot, you're a pony. I think I'm the better fireman, because if fire happens, I can survive.
But I'm cold, though.
This is true.
Just watch. One day I'll end up being qualified to be a fireman. That'd be hilarious.
Again, you could probably go for the Knox Berry Farm thing.
Oh, I wouldn't need to go all the way there. Wisconsin, Waterville, and Farmington. If you volunteer for enough hours, you can become a brakeman, and then a fireman, and then engineer. I had to go there a lot more, though. Hey, I got some messages. One second.
No, it's all good. And I'm double checking mine as well. But yeah, in 2 weeks I'm going to be at TrockCon. Get to see circuit, hang out with other people.
Oh yeah, you get to go to TrockCon. Lucky. I thought about going, but like it was too soon for me.
Well,
and like
this is my vacation after the past 2 years.
Valid. I'll be able to go to probably the next one. Next year, I'm planning on trying to hit TrotCon and Everfree. We'll see.
I'll definitely do Trot since that's the most East Coast. I also did at one point in time in the last few years sign up to BabsCon as, hey, I have a 3D printer, I can do props. They didn't accept me, but I still get like staff newsletters and whatnot.
I've thought about doing Babs too, but like I think like my big ones are I wanted to do Everfree because I know people who are going to Everfree and people who are going to TrotCon. So
AKA Creature, AKA Circuit.
TrotCon?
Trot is Circuit, Everfree Creature, because he lives up there, remember?
I didn't realize the regulator was still on.
Nope, I just turned it on and I hit reverse.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize that we were about to run away backwards. So there was this one time I was playing this with my friend T5, right?
Oh, I remember him.
And we, so he got onto the controls, so I was like, alright, he's gonna drive, cool, I will get the switch, because we need to get the switch at the other end of the line. So, or not the other end of the line, but like, to get into the right siding. So since he was on the throttle, I was like, alright, he's got the controls, cool. So, we get to the switch, I jump off the train, and then I look over, Betsy keeps going, and then I see him across the tracks. We both jumped off the train, and he left the throttle wide open.
Cole, this is why you probably need to stream this a little bit more. Not just my perspective, although goddamn, that is a clip that I would love to have.
Right.
Me just riding the back end.
Yes.
Well, it'll be on YouTube, so you can watch it. Oh, I probably should timestamp it.
Yes. There we go. That should be good. I didn't turn on the regulator, I just put on the brake. I should...
We just had a story about this.
It's okay, at least the brake was on. This time. I think we might only have like one carload of logs to go into here, which is fine because that means we can take this last car and bring it down to the lumber facility at the other end of the line. So we'll just unhitch one car. And then, so, alright. Put on the brakes on these bad boys.
Cole, I'm going on an adventure.
Oh no. Oh hey, that's right, that one car.
I'm going on an adventure. You can't stop me.
I can though. I've got the brake wheel. There we go. Beautiful.
Again, if you want to do this for the flag stop, I am down.
Maybe. I don't know. I've been kind of leaning towards maybe doing some more cross stream flag stops.
I am down for that as well. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, next draw stream flag stop, you would be on this train, or you would be on the back of one of these logs.
Side note, I need to draw more Toa Pony because I like drawing Toa Pony. I know you prefer normal Toa, but
no,
Toa Pony is
I
fun for me.
appreciate you. I appreciate you drawing Toa Pony.
Yes.
I like myself, but if you feel comfortable drawing my character as a pony, who am I to stop you? Besides, you got fan art out of that from my last con panel.
That's right. That's right. Alright. Let's go on forwards. Come on, Reverser. Go all the way forwards, you.
Also, they are having it again this year, and I am doing more art stuff. So if you want to hop on there, talk art,
I might.
okay.
Throttle, responds to me. There we go. Let me know when we're clear of that switch.
Okay, and you are off, swapping it the other way.
Sweet.
All right. Reverse.
Let's see if we survive Dead Man's Kink the second time.
Also, for some reason I have a piece of wood. I don't care. Woo!
And away we go. You know, it's funny, like, I always use the whistle signals whenever I'm alone, and I keep forgetting to do it when they would actually be useful.
Hey, I don't understand them, but I am down for it.
So, remind me later.
Uh-oh.
I have a... Uh-oh. Did we derail?
No, at least I didn't.
Okay. I'm still track 2, so I think we're good, right? Yeah, we're good.
We didn't change that switch as we went over it the first time, did we?
No. I don't believe so. All switches should be lined for us. Although, that next switch down isn't going to be lined for where we want it to go. So let me know when you see that switch in view. And then we can throw it. It won't hurt us, but it won't help us either. It'll just kind of, like, direct us towards Betsy, probably. Unless it's already facing towards Betsy, in which case then it...
You might want to let off of the regulator, unless you're just on gravity.
Alright, there we go. We're on gravity now.
Well, you know what I mean. As soon as I got us going, it wasn't that much hard, but then again, that was a 1% grade.
Valid.
But also, if I see it, then we can stop.
Goodbye, tree. Goodbye, tree.
I know, I'm just cutting them, so one, we don't have a possible derailment, and two, I can see if the switch is near. I'm sorry you're gonna
I'm-
lose the coolness of a tree cave, but
It's fine. I've been meaning to do it anyways. I know we're going to hit Dead Man's Kink beforehand.
yeah, that's a fine tree. That's a fine tree. Okay, I still just see a curve up ahead. I'm not seeing a switch. Although we could be in Dead Man's Kink. I don't know what to look for.
An area where the track just kinks awkwardly to the side.
I think I may see Dead Man's Kink.
Alright, cool. I will not throttle up then, I'll just let gravity take us through.
Oh, you heard of Jesus Take the Wheel?
Oh god. Jesus, please don't take the throttle. That's worrying. I don't think they had trains in the Bible. It could be wrong. I didn't.
Well, they didn't have cars!
That's right. Jesus did not speak of his own accord. Might have to throttle a little bit, maybe.
Up there's
See
the
if we
kink.
get stuck.
It goes one way and then the other. Ah, I put away my saw. Oh well, I'll catch it on the next go round. Yeah, this is fun.
Yes.
Mainly the tree physics.
Oh yeah.
The only other thing I think, if looking at the map, we could start to work on the smelter, the iron mine, ironworks, oil, and refinery, as well as the coal mine.
This is true. I'm not sure which one's the next one we need to get to. I think it's the iron mine, or maybe it's
Up
the
there's the
coal
switch.
mine.
Stop.
Oh no, it looks like we're all set. I think it's facing the right way. Yep. Yep, we're good.
Unless we get a kink. Nope, we're good. Because I see Betsy over there.
You can tell that this is the trackage that I laid first, because it's all just janked all around.
Oh, Cole, I know this. My entire line in my world is jank.
I will say it gets easier over time, but yeah. Ooh, alright. I think we are about at the point where I need to get ready to brake. Let me know when we're by the dock for the wood loading.
Mean the one right over there?
Yeah.
Okay, cut regulator and see how far we roll.
Oh, actually, regulator was already off. And nope, brake. Do not.
Okay,
I did not mean to
we're
brake all the way.
I
I
want to say,
just did that.
yeah, about 4 to 5 cars.
Alright. Easy.
Okay, say about 2 to 1. About 1. Okay, front, back, where I'm standing has got to the middle. So a little bit further back.
Yep. One sec.
About half a car. Okay, quarter of a car. And stop.
The brake. It is extremely touchy, except for when you want it to be.
Yep. Yeah, Mom. Okay. Go and leave for a moment while you unload. Getting groceries.
Alrighty. Gotcha.
Just for safety, so I'm following you. I'll be on the back here.
All good.
You can take us to What do you think a good start for the next line will be? Then we can work our way to there.
That could work. First things first, I'm going to just load us up with some water. Okay, that handbrake did not do as much as I was hoping it would. Okay.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back.
So, which direction do you think we can start building in? You know, using the map and whatnot.
I'm not sure. Maybe just wood up a little bit more, and then I'll take a look at the map and try to figure out which direction would be the best to go in.
Oh, there is that rail line behind us.
Oh, that. You know what that line is for?
What?
So in game, when you go to buy new equipment, in the preview screen, that's where it shows up.
Huh. So it would be a bad idea to delete that.
Probably, yeah. I'm honestly not sure what it would do, but it'd probably be funny.
And I might have to hop out for a moment again because some people may need me. Okay.
That's fine. I was actually thinking of maybe heading off for the night because I'm feeling kind of tired, and I also want to draw a little bit.
Alright, if this is where we'll end it, I think the closest we could do is somewhere along the sawmill to start going to the smelter. Just so then we can do the iron mine and the coal mine. See that on the map?
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh heck, I forgot that you can like actually light these lanterns.
The back ones? Yeah, I saw that.
The back one and the front one.
Unfortunately, we don't have a night cycle, so...
Eh, it still looks cool though.
Oh, it is one of the coolest things. I'm inside everything.
Yes.
I was about to say, and this
There we
hatch... Looking at it, this hatch seems like it should open.
Yep.
It,
I'm amazed at how much they modeled in this game. It's great.
Still,
I'm kind of curious what this tank on the rear is supposed to be. I wonder if it's like for a dynamo. Maybe.
possibly. Hold on.
I don't know. I am very new when it comes to steam locomotives.
Cole,
so...
Cole, come over here.
Yes.
Look where I'm highlighted. Look at what I'm highlighting.
Oh wow, what's that? Oh shit! No fucking way!
Yeah.
You can put marker lights on this thing. Fuck yeah!
The other one?
Well, that's a whole nother level of play to this.
Are there any
Nice.
other... Cole,
There should be a couple on the front side too.
let's look.
It'd usually be like around the smoke box.
They might not have that in this version.
Maybe.
Because there's already so much going on here. Because
This is
just,
true.
just walk into there and see how many objects are floating around.
This is true.
Yeah, this is pretty damn cool.
Right?
I am happy to have gone in on this venture with you, old boss of mine.
This has been fun. This has been good.
We need to do this more often.
I agree. Alright. I think I'm gonna save and call it there though.
Alright,
Save game.
fair enough. When I upload this on YouTube, I will link it to you and you can...
And enjoy the glory of the runaway.
Alright.
Save. And back.
Alright.
Leave session.
Yep.
Oof, I'm tired.
Alright, so for the time being, I will keep the thing, so I'm in Boston. I might have some ping issues, but hey.
You can always.
I know, I can always change it back
switch
to Dallas.
and
Yeah, I can always do that for Dallas, but I'm going to leave it there just because I don't know when we'll do this next.
True.
So, yay.
This is fun. This is nice hanging out.
Hey,
I'll catch you later, yo.
bye, Cole.
Boy.